that song.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Episode 1115. 1115. Hello, it's Mike Matthews broadcasting from Cafe Anyway, located somewhere in Podcastro Valley, Mont, the last place on earth. Today, we hear from John Deere, the engineer.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Chely Shoehart, Floyd the Floorman. Ooh, and it's the return of DAYLEY HAYLEY. Yes.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
And, well, I was over near a graduation in Podcastro Valley, and it was quite the celebration. Lots of green and yellow, that's their colors, and lots of parents standing around, and there was lots of balloons, and those are round. Wow. Awesome lyrics in this song.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
And then also I got yelled at over a text.
Mike's
What?
Daily
Yeah.
Podcast.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
I got yelled at via text in such a way. It was weird. It was strange. It was a friend of mine. I met this friend back in 2013. Saw this person twice since then. Both times, this person flaked on me for various things. Not like completely said, "Oh, I can't meet up" or whatever. It was more like, well, changed plans last second, right? So I was going to see this friend of mine on Friday, and they live in a far-off place. So in this far-off place is another friend I was going to see. And suddenly, when the first friend found out that I was going to see a second friend, they got all mad, sent me this angry text, said, "Don't write me back ever again," and that was that. And it left such a taste in my mouth all day. It left me feeling, I don't know. I was hurt, and then I was confused as to why I was hurt, because obviously this person has anger issues and gets irate over little things. Oh, look who just walked in.
Hello, my goodness, it's Chely Shoehart, gift sterilizer. I have friends like that.
You have friends that get mad at you over little things?
Yeah, that's what makes them my friend.
It's because they get angry and agitated over little things.
Yeah. Why don't you understand that for my goodness?
I don't know. I just realized I spelled engineer with 2 I's yesterday in the blog. How is that? It's 2 E's, Mike, not 2 I's. What the? Am I the worst speller in all? Hey, Utah's governor has been like outspokenly against the gay community and has a problem with gay people. Anyway, he said at a rally in Orlando yesterday, I think it was, that his heart is turning, and he feels for the gay community, and he's changing his ways. Look who else just walked in. Oh, Mike, it's Floyd the Floorman. And this is John Deere, the engineer. Mike, it sounds as if his heart is growing several sizes larger, much like the heart inside the Grinch. Yeah, that's what it sounds like, kind of. He changed it. I don't have that story in front of me at the moment. I would try to get that story, but my computer is a freaking atrocity. But does that not say something? Here's the governor of Utah, and he is going to get serious shit for this in Utah, because of the conservative crazy Mormons over there are going to go, "What? You can't say, it's an abomination. You're supporting an abomination." That's how they sound in Utah. I know, I went once. Salt Lake City, Rockin' City, and there's a lot of salt. And that's a rock. And so they are, they're gonna freak out. So kudos to him for saying that. Better late than never, right? And then this guy who did the killing, Omar or something, in Orlando. I mentioned on the last show that it came out that he never came out, but he should have came out. He was gay, basically. And then there's more information about how he went on dates with women. Oh, but hold on, he's not heterosexual, because if he was, no heterosexual would want him. He was extremely rude to women he went on dates with. So much so, several women have spoken out. It's almost like Bill Cosby. But, okay, I just like to say the message of today's show is don't be rude to women, guys. If you're being rude to women, check yourself before you wreck yourself. You're probably gay. And you're mad at women because you're mad at yourself that you haven't dealt with the fact that you're not attracted to women. You're attracted to men. But because Omar was Muslim and there's strong, as there is in Christianity, anti-gay sentiments? Okay, whatever. We'll say sentiments today. It's like a layer of sand. Both religions say, no, we hate gays, even though we preach love. Yes, there is love in Islam, and there is love in Christianity, and there is love in a Captain and Tennille song. Boy, I referenced something that nobody knows. There's some wedding song that got played a lot by Captain and Tennille called There Is Love. I remember hearing it and going, this is the most romantic song ever. I went into my little girl voice. Which, did you know I could do a girl voice? That's crazy. Did you know that, Chely?
No, Mike Matthews, that's strange.
I know, it is a little... But you know what? The human voice is an interesting thing. Witness Patrick Warburton, as we talked about him last show.
Hey, he's got one of those voices that sounds like stupid man voice all the time.
So, I guess the point of all this is that Trump... Sorry to bring him up again, but I think I was listening to a podcast. Please listen to On Point with Warren Alney, because he brings up a lot of these issues that I was just speaking about. But one of them in particular, Trump obfuscates like crazy. I love the word obfuscate. I'm calling it Trumpfuscate, because the dude does not give you a straight, like he insinuates. That's his other thing. He Trump-sinuates. It works so well. He insinuates about things, and you're like, oh my God, did he just say that? Did he just say that the president has committed treason? Did he just say that? Oh, no, I wasn't saying that. And I hate the Washington Post. I'm banning the Washington Post from all my press conferences from now on, because I did not say that. No, he did say that. And, oh, by the way, a guy who might become our president, he's the Republicans' pick after all. He's banning the press, members of the huge press, Washington Post, huge paper, and he's banning them from his press conferences. What does that say about when he becomes president? Is he going to just he's going to close up newspapers. He's going to go in and shut down the media. He is a dictator. He is going to be a dictator. If that does not scare you, as eloquently as I just put all that, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy stuff. If he's acting like that now, no president has ever done that. No president. Even when Richard Nixon was having all his issues, was it the Washington Post? He tried to. There was talk that he was going to try and bankrupt them, which they don't know for sure if he ever did that. But there's not the thing I was listening to on Warren Olney's show. They did not say specifically that he had, but he had done talks. Apparently, that got on tape or something. Nixon was an interesting man. Yeah, and the tapes really just made his life a living hell, even though that was something set up by his predecessor, Lyndon Johnson. But Nixon liked to use them, or he wasn't really aware. I don't know. I'm getting into a whole area I don't know anything about. What a surprise. But Kennedy, when he got mad at a newspaper, he just canceled the subscription to the White House. He didn't ban them from his press conferences. That's what I'm trying to say. It took me 10 minutes, but I finally got there. Hey, if you want to help support the show and maybe get Mike a book that teaches him how to eloquently say things in a more eloquent manner and then figure out what the word eloquent means. That's all there at mikesdailypodcast.com. And the past podcast picture. Oh, by the way, let's take a look at today's.
And here's today's podcast picture.
If you ever go to Ventura, go over to Oakview and Ojai, and it's so cool. You got to talk like that because you're in Southern California. In the Oakview, Ojai area, there's a coffee house called Stir Crazy, and I love it. I don't know if it's still open. It should. I think they are. We did a segment on Mike's Daily Podcast called Mike's Scavenger Hunt. We haven't done one of those in a long time. Let's play the sweeper now.
Mike's Scavenger Hunt.
Okay, try and find this place. It's somewhere in Oakview. It's called Stir Crazy. It's this awesome coffee house. What makes it awesome is it's got this back patio with all these funky plants and, jade succulents and whatnot. And it's next to a garden. It's nice. I love it. Stir Crazy. And I think Stir Crazy was the name of another coffee house I liked, but it closed up somewhere else in Ventura. I can't think of it specifically. But anyway, check it out if you like coffee houses and sipping coffee out in the back patio. I know Anthony Bourdain hates that, and he constantly rails against coffee culture, but screw him! And that's about all I have today. Trumpfuscate and all that. Mike'sDailyPodcast.com. See all the past podcast pictures. Listen to past interviews that I've done, past shows. You can help out the show through the Amazon link. Click on that and buy something, and that helps us out. There's also the link to PayPal if you want to help us out that way, too, and you'll get a special greeting from all the Cafe Anyway characters. All there at Mike'sDailyPodcast.com. And now the return of the Daily Haley.
The Daily Haley. The almost Daily Haley.
So Haley's doing a Trump impression.
It's more of just a New Yorker accent. But he kind of talks like this, in a way, so you want to make sure that you're hearing every word that he says, and also to make sure that you know he's New Yorkin. Did he say he's New Yorkin? Because I'm sure he'll tell you if you ask him that he's from New York. He's got a huge tower there in New York.
I'm trying to find somewhere on YouTube where he says huge, so I can take that and record that, but I'm not finding it anywhere.
Yeah, I don't know. He said it, though.
Wow, I can't believe it's June and that it's not summer yet, though, is it?
It's coming up pretty soon in the next couple weeks.
I can't believe that this world is crazy, Haley. It's so crazy. Haley, when will we ever learn? Where have all the children gone? Long time passing. Long ago. Are you going to go to the fair?
No.
You can see some of the great acts like Tony. It feels good.
I saw America at the fair one time.
Really? Did they sing, I went through the desert with a horse and I have no name?
Yes, that's exactly what they sang.
Oh, wonderful.
'Cause I've been through the desert with a horse and I have no name. It felt good to be out of the rain. This fair is too hot and the lines are too long for the funnel cakes.
I'm going to tell you a story. This actually happened. Last year, I went to the fair and I went on a day. Nobody was there, and like there were all those animals, and then there was the sheep, and the goats, and all that, and animals everywhere. And they had a concert. They were doing a tribute to Steely Dan. But you know what? I didn't ride any of the crazy rides, Haley.
Yeah, I don't do that either. I don't like roller coasters really, at all.
You don't?
Not in the slightest. Maybe some of the smaller water rides I like. For some reason, I feel safer on a water ride than I do a roller coaster. I'm not an adrenaline junkie in the slightest. let's see, what did we do at the fair? We went on the Ferris wheel, which I can handle. We thought about going on the water ride, but it was too long of a line, and we went onto the giant bubble thing. I don't know if you've ever done that.
No.
They let you inside of a giant bubble, and then you run around with other people who are in giant bubbles.
No.
Yeah.
I did not know they did this.
And you just tumble around.
This sounds awesome. This sounds like a dream I had as a child. I want to fulfill this dream by going to the fair and doing this. You know what I like about the water rides, or flume rides as they're sometimes called?
Ooh.
Is that they are so, like, there are parts that are so mellow and nice, and then all of a sudden you fall down and you get splashed.
It reminds me of Splash Mountain as a child.
I love Splash Mountain.
Without going through the part with the entirely too loud music. It's a small world. No, wait.
No. They sing, "Welcome to my happy place," something like that. They sing about a happy place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I think they sing numerous ones. I think it's on a rotator.
Did you know that Thurl Ravenscroft, who sings "You're a Cruel One, Mr. Grinch," he's the voice of all the frogs going boop, 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 boop. That's him, because they got him to record that before he died.
Does he also do the Bud Wise?
No, I don't know. How do I find this out? I don't know. But flume rides are fun. I like those animatronics, though. The thing is, though, on Splash Mountain, you're going by so fast you don't really see what's going on.
Well, when they have the animatronics, you go by pretty slowly, and that's what makes the music so infuriating, because it's not a very good song, and it's very loud, and it's very echoey, and you're going pretty slowly through that part, and then you reach the apex of the ride, and you go splashing down.
Haley, I feel as if it's not going slow enough. I need it to slow way down. Did you know that the soundtrack in Anaheim is different than the one in Florida? And the one in Florida is like less country or something like that, or less banjo.
I believe it. I've been on both, but I don't remember either of them.
Let me ask you, what do you think about that?
What do I think about the issues?
What do you think of? The way we're doing this with my phone, where I'm interviewing you, like with a microphone, I feel like shoving it in your face and going, "What do you think about that?"
I cannot comment at this time. My client personally is standing by his story, and we're making sure that the truth does come out, and that the truth will show that my client is innocent. Thank you very much.
You could so be a lawyer. You could be one.
I did mock trial for a few years.
Did you get paid for that?
Unfortunately, no.
Oh, because, the mock lawyer money wages might be... there's no money.
I got a ton of Monopoly money.
See, I don't have an F8 now. I can't F8 this, so I'm just going completely on the thing that... Because, like, the last time I did your Haley, Daily Haley, you cussed at the beginning, and I just happened to listen to the beginning instead of just dropping it on the podcast and uploading it. And I'm like, oh, I gotta bleep that. So, who knows? That may have gotten away, and we're going to break all FCC rules.
Yes, podcasts are definitely ran by the FCC.
What I was going to tell you is you've got to watch this show that I found on Netflix. I don't know if you have Netflix, but look for the show. It's called Black Books. It's a British, like, kind of a sitcom-y type thing, and it came from the early O's.
Is that the guy that's always drunk?
Yes.
Okay, I had a few friends who were huge fans of that. I've seen maybe like one episode, thought it was pretty funny, but I haven't really had motivation to watch the rest of it. But I do know of Black Books.
Because it's really quirky, and I think it's the kind of humor you would like. Because it's just sort of, because the whole episode, the first one, there's a girl that owns across the street like some kind of I don't know what, it's a store with weird odds and ends that she's selling.
A Hallmark store.
Hallmark, yeah. But she's got this one object, kind of like, I guess it's like a swap meet type store.